any other besides the quest I still gotta pick up? It's just, yep, junk heap. Junk heap. Wait for that. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'll have to watch it because of the Napa stuff too. So yeah, I'll probably end up just going from the beginning. This Napa loser. Oh god. If I just keep coming out here, he should just randomly appear, huh? Who knows what the chances or how the percentage is, but at least I have a board. I can rush over there.
I hope you find your Yona. I really do.
You don't care, guard with just no name. Got so many great Napa parts. That's why it's like some parts of it I don't care about. It's mostly just the Napa parts that is really great. I don't think the draw distance is going to show me until I get closer, so. And this board isn't going to help me because everyone's going to knock me off. I don't see a giant shade, then I assume he didn't show up. Not a big deal. I got shit to do anyway, so I'll just keep coming and going and hopefully I'll see it. I mean, I feel like they could have done some funny shit with Boo to, you know, to do it, but at the same time, it's like to a lot of people, Cell Saga was where it kind of ended for people. Because there was a lot of just like moments where it seemed really silly or they just didn't know what they were doing with Boo stuff. But I mean, now when you look at it, Boo stuff wasn't, I don't feel like it's nearly as bad as what Super has done with power levels and all the craziness that Super just kind of shits on. God. Wants to get rid of some shades. It's getting pretty dangerous around here lately. Sure, I can do that. Run down the client's location. Defront. Take a boat there.
Curse my tired old bones.
But I feel like they could have done some stuff to make Boo's thing really entertaining. To be honest, I could have seen them making Boo have a really random, deep voice, too. Or still they cursed him. That's why he's sick. Everyone told me not to play there, but he did anyway. He saw him having a shot when he entered the forest. I believe the area is more commonly known for the myth. Yep. You think a curse actually exists? I mean, did we not just... I mean, it wasn't really a curse, but we did deal with a fucking disease dream thing. I like that they're a little thick dots when you get the quest from her. Did you hear the news? The Saga gods of bad levels and terrible, yeah. I mean, it's just like the problem with me with the Boo Saga is I hated the whole, like, we're gonna teach fusion, it's this big deal, but then the cockiness and obnoxiousness of Gotenks amounted to a whole lot of nothing. You bring Gohan back to be a badass like he was against Cell, only to fuck it all up again. Vegeta didn't learn his lesson from Cell and fucks it up again due to his obnoxious anger and becomes so he can unlock his power and then helps cause Boo to be born. He likes to eat postmen. Shades are becoming more of a threat than ever. Alright. To the south to get a shade there too. But it's like, there's a lot of things where it's like, I don't care. Like, they unlock this mystic power. I'm fine with Gohan finding a new form and powerful form and that isn't Super Saiyan. He doesn't want to follow in his father and all the Saiyan's footsteps. That's fine. But then they just kind of said, fuck that. Who cares? He doesn't do that anymore. And still gets his ass kicked. Or at least he kicks Super Boo's ass and then his cockiness gets the better of him. But look at you guys. What the fuck? Luckily they're not hard once you get that armor off. What the hell? Big and beefy now. These 5 years, you guys figured out how to use weapons. And then Super, it's like power levels were just fluctuated all over. They just didn't care. Super just became like a transformation, like, orgy session. Yeah, we're in the Southern Plains, but... Large shade's been sighted here, so I guess it's just another one. Just because it gives them an emotion that never exists. Yeah, that was it. It was just that part. But it's like, again, the whole him, like, being angry at his family only for that redemption, sure. Like, angry at everything. But, like, you would think that after the Cell stuff, he would just, like, okay, maybe I shouldn't do this shit anymore. He got cocky. And then he got mad for wanting power and so badly to fight Goku. And it's like, yeah, we get it, you want to fight him, but... like, fuck. I think there's a time and a place, but he's so... they made him so obnoxious about it for that one. But then, like I said, then they just kind of shit on Gohan's thing. Then Super, they're like, guess what? Gohan's got Mystic back, and they make it seem like he might get a new power in the tournament. Nah, he didn't do anything. It just kind of got that feeling like maybe he's going to achieve something different in the tournament of power thing when he got his Mystic back, but then who cares? Who gives a shit? Goku is like practically a god. Was this another, I gotta wait for the big guy to spawn here too? Ugh. Killed a Shay a couple times here. Gonna be running back and forth, hoping for shit. God, I got a lot of this to do. But yeah, Boo's thing was kind of like, man, but I didn't mind it. Every time I talk Dragon Ball Z, I think people hated the, what is it, GX or whatever the fuck they called it? The one with Super Saiyan 4 and everything. I think people hated that more. I didn't think there was that much wrong with it, but I did not care to see Kid Goku again. But I don't remember much about it. I just remember being younger and I didn't care to see Kid Goku again. I was like, I wanted to see more regular Goku. Well, even if the giant shade doesn't show up, if I can keep getting some iron ore from time to time out here. A GT, yeah, I couldn't remember what it was. The huge issue of the entire show, though, since the entire cast of Saiyan races their power depended on their bloodline royalty ties. Yeah. I know it was the entire show, and it's like, I understand that was his character, too, because he was such a... in the whole Saiyan bloodline thing, and being the prince. But that was just the thing. It's like it annoyed me, but of course that's just how the show had to go on with this character. Oh, a broken wristwatch. Cool. I think I remember out of GT was the whole, like, the dragons were the enemy or something. Super Saiyan 4. And Oob. Yeah, I don't remember much. I'd have to rewatch GT. I don't remember much of it. I just know that it always got a lot of hate when people talk about it. They just think that it's awful. But I remember there being some interesting and good parts to it where I didn't think it was that bad. I just know younger me wanted to see more regular-sized Goku, not Kid Goku, and that was the only thing I remember hating about it, really. But when I was younger, I didn't watch it nearly as much. If you're gonna tell me there's a shade here, at least it should appear, but no, I gotta just hope. There we go. Different. You put on clothes. MP recovery rate. I'll take that. Is that the shade you were worried about? Because I killed it, but my quest log doesn't say any different. Or is it up at the fucking mansion this whole time? I eliminated. I can go back and see. I get the feeling that might not have been it though, but sometimes shit in my quest log is it update. What the hell was that? Who was yelling? Yeah, of course. I mean, that's the thing. It's like either people just straight out hate it because they don't like change, or it's different. Again, the change part, and there's stuff about it they don't like, but won't listen to people that like it. It's like, I don't shit on people who hate it. Like, I'll jokingly rag on it from time to time, but overall, it's like, I have really no hate for it, actually. It's kind of just like the whole, like, you shit on Nickelback mentality. It's just like, it's just funny to do so, but at the end of the day, I don't actually hate it. Again, I need to rewatch it anyway, so. Yeah, apparently that shade wasn't the one you have to worry about. I guess there's another one out there. Sorry. You said Southern Plain. And I killed a big shade, but that wasn't the one. Just for my curiosity's sake, I'm going to go up to the mansion just real quick, too. Just to make sure there's nothing roaming around there. I think it's just spiders anyway. Plus, they sell for a decent amount if I want anything that they drop, so. They sell for an okay penny, so I might as well go up there, too, because I wanted to get some. If there are any of the spiders crawling around the entrance, but apparently that shade wasn't enough. Well, at least I can do this and get words. So it's not a total bust doing this for a little bit. That magic power was... so weird. I'm so used to looking out and seeing it being dark. I'm not used to the change of seasons. I'm like thinking it should be pitch black out. What time is it? It's like, oh no, it's not that late. I'm also used to starting later lately because of my... To be honest, my body hasn't been sleeping great just due to pain. I'm slowly taking medicine to help stuff, just help with my hip so I can actually rest. Nothing here, right? Just wanted to make sure you don't got any, like, crazy problems here. There's, like, I've been starting later due to just being tired. Lately, I've been feeling better. Other than just the occasional, like, Sunday I had horrible pain, and I just didn't feel comfortable in streaming for very long. I don't know why I'm like, if the quest doesn't involve a weapon, I don't know why I'm going through all the trouble. I'm gonna have to do all this shit again with the new NieR, but at the same time, I'm like, I'm probably not gonna play the new NieR right away. I'm probably going to play something else like I do with Yakuza, play something else in the middle, and then go backwards, or go back to it and play the new one. So I'll do something else and then come back to it so I don't get like too burnt out. Because I was supposed to do this playthrough much, much earlier, but it took me a while. I didn't want to like rush through the game either. That's just gonna hurt me. Maybe after this, I'll play another game that DK enjoys. Some part of it becomes relevant, just like the old DBZ movies. Yeah. Yeah, every time I heard people talk about GT, everyone just kind of goes off and says it's like, it's not canon. Brandon it. And Brandon is not, yeah, because that's why it's like, it's not canon, it's not whatever, and I'm just like, alright. I don't know. Again, I think people just didn't like it. They wanted it to be like the Dragon Ball Z they know and love because there was so much change to it, I guess. I don't know. Again, I haven't seen it in so long, so I don't even know why it gets so much hate. Other than it being probably a bit more different than the usual Dragon Ball Z. Or it's not the same Dragon Ball Z that everyone watched. They wanted a continuation from Z. Just wanted another saga. Which they kind of get with Oob and everything like that after time passes, but I don't know. People are picky. Bitchy. Man, where this shade? I got a big shade to appear in the southern plain, but it wasn't the one they wanted. Son of a bitch. At least, like I said, the good thing is I'm getting words, so that's nice. I have not seen the shade that they talked about here. I don't know if it comes later. Again, I could probably just go do other stuff, and then if I'm running around here, just conveniently come across it. I just thought I'd speed it up by fighting in this area. I don't want to be here forever. I have to go talk to the other lady and see what the fuck other shit. No matter Ray that makes the big show's constant face heel turns. I was gonna say, I'm like, so he's like the big show when WWE has no idea how to write him, and that's why too he just eventually left. Other than just the way they treat some of the people there. Go see what the other side quests are, because I pretty much got a lot of wait for people to show up.
Well, I'm counting on you.
Got a lot of wait for the shades to appear, gathering materials. I got a lot of running around to do. Again, I don't know what I should do. I feel like I shouldn't be doing so much side stuff because it's going to take me forever. I should only do the ones that give me weapons, which I don't even know which ones do. And not worry about some of the stuff just because, again, the new NieR, but whatever. And his brother says, unique shady wants you to Faisad. Yeah, don't look at me. Yup, I'll be going right to the mansion.
Curse my tired old bones.
Some part of me was feeling like I should just, had stopped. Do, a certain amount of this, but then stop and don't bother beating it. Alright, I got a taste of the story. I know I like it. We'll just wrap it and start again with the new NieR. But like I said, I don't think I'm playing the new one right on release. To be honest, I had no idea what the smart route to go about this is. This has regardless of gear, but don't make the rub. Yeah, anything that seems obnoxious, wait for shade to appear, just run by it. If he comes across, I'll do it. If he doesn't, he doesn't. Because part of me was like, well, One, I already started uploading for YouTube, but I was like, I could just use it as I wanted to have initial reactions to everything, get a taste, and then just stop and do the new NieR when it's time. But at the same time, I was like, I might as well enjoy this, and then if there's any changes, alterations, like anything that's altered in the new one, I would be able to tell. Gameplay-wise and some other stuff. Plus, I can experience it differently with the different protagonists. Terribly sorry to disturb you, but I fear we have a situation. What is it? I was attempting to tidy up the study earlier, only to find that it's been occupied by a shade. It used to happen a lot lately. You want me to go and kill it? That may not be necessary. It's not causing any trouble. It's simply sitting in the study. It didn't attack you? It did not, sir. I don't care if it's wearing a tuxedo. Okay, yeah. I just have to look it up. It's just a pain. I have to keep looking things up. But I'll have to just look through them all. I don't quite know where your study was, but... Oh, not out here. Not through these doors, right? These are all rooms. Right. I found you. I can barely speak. You think I'm good at searching stuff? But no, I'll probably end up putting it up there and, looking stuff. I kind of already am at sometimes when it comes to looking for materials or certain items. Can I go through here? Why didn't I save? Hey, there he is. Must be the friendly shade, eh? Ah, screw it, let's kill the thing.
Who told you you could live in my home? I'll crush you like a bug. Be careful, please.
This is a rather hard shell to crack.
Doesn't matter. I'll slice it apart one way or the other.
Crack his shell. I'll have to look at it. I'll look it up and let you know when I'm all done, because I'll probably end up stopping this to eventually do farming or chill, or I'll just end up calling the stream. But at the end of it, I'll look into it. I was looking at some trailers and stuff. That's why I was confused when I thought I saw stuff about like the costumes, but I also thought I heard that in one of their showcases you'd get to pick which NieR that you play as. But I didn't know if it was like same voice or not, or just a costume. I feel ashamed to study a tough little bastard, especially does there now. I feel I must insist that you take this payment. Well, I need it because I gotta buy the fucking weapon at the other place. So I think what I'll end up doing is what was that shade doing there in the first place? I wondered that myself. Surely that creature lacks the intelligence to read books yet. I cannot imagine what else it hoped to accomplish there. I don't know, like, the problem with it, I'm thinking, is, I don't know if I want to go through all the, like, a bunch of endings with this game. With this version.
Impossible.
Oh, there's the shade.
Shades have grown so large, and this close to a human settlement.
But,
Probably ran
if
out
I
of
just
stuff
wanted to
eat
do
up
one
on
and
the
then, like,
Tiny!
do more of the game when I play the real, like, new version. The newer version, not the real. I don't know why I said real, but like the newer version, or just kind of tease myself into the other stuff for when I actually play it. I don't know if I want to go like full on to like ending, replay the game. Yeah, the real version. This is a fake. This isn't real at all. It's just an illusion. 10 gigs. But, I don't know. I don't want to, like, if I go through every little thing in this. Because I know you gotta, like, beat the game, play it again, and then it starts you at, like, the 5-year gap, or, like, the skip or whatever, and then you can learn a lot more and things like that. Like, this takes multiple playthroughs. I don't know if I want to do multiple playthroughs on this version. If I want to, like, wait. HP on weapons magic and recovery rate. We avenged the postman. Let's go report back. But I'm like, I'm already so far in. That's why I was like, I'm not sure how I want to do this. If this was like a couple months earlier, I'd just go through it. But since I'm like, literally, the game is going to be out in 2 days. I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing with this game now. I don't know how I'm doing this playthrough. I did what I just picked up. So that's why I'm a little, like, I was a bit lost of how I wanted to go about this. Part of me wanted to just say, cut the game, like, just stop doing it, and, now that I got a taste, I like it. C and D, yeah, I mean, just do ending A, B, do the full ones in Replicant, then if I can do any of the other ones, or if I can't, then I'll just look them up when it's that time after. I also screwed up saying NieR Replicant the other day to John. I was like, John, aren't you excited for NieR Replicant? And then I stopped, and then I was like, fuck. Instantly, I knew. I was like, that's not... Fuck.
Hey.
Kill the shade in the southern plains. Oh, thank you, thank you. I know what to do with all the postmen who quit, but I guess I'll figure something out. Anyway, here's your reward. Thanks, because I have to go back to the desert place and buy that weapon, so... You have no idea how much this helps me. I bought all the weapons here. The last one I needed was a dagger, which is a very heavy, like a heavy dagger. So now I just need to get the last weapon at the shop in Desert Land. Part of me wonders why I keep defend. I don't block, but there's the rare chance. Doesn't ending, at least one ending is me playing the game first playthrough, but doesn't the other ending mean I gotta like load up the game or whatever, and I have to like do it the second like slight playthrough, because then I'll learn more about the girl I always constantly mispronounce and said Kanye once. Kane. Understanding more about her. Or is that the full, like the true full endings to do that? Because I don't even understand, like, when I see an A and a B, I assume that either is beat the game 2 different times, or it's pick 2 different choices. I don't know where the difference lies in an A and B ending. Mic drop. Sap. It's sappy on me. Oh, quest. Let's see what we're doing. Apparently key lies in the forest. We're gonna have to go there anyway. I think a quest involves there. I'm almost got the iron ore I need for the guy. I have to go to the junk heap still for all that shit. I need the junk heap for. I need the junk heap. So, does my quest still need the junk heap, which the main story is where I'll be soon. I have to look at those quests. I have to see if any of them even give me a weapon, because I mean they're all just going to be gathering quests. I have to see if anything, if any of it's worth it, because other than money, I don't think I want to spend all my time running around there. And Replicant, I don't mind. I'll do whatever I can to get all the quests done, but this one, I don't think I want to sit there forever. So much that involves being at that fucking junk heap place. Second playthrough is a different ending from A, but it also is more storytelling than the ending A run leading up to B. Because that's what I'm saying, like, I don't know if I want to do a second playthrough. I feel like I should just save the playthrough and all that for Replicant and just do whatever ending I get out of this and just be done. D&D reload to the start of post-time. Yes, I don't know if I want to reload into the post-time skip to keep doing more with this game when I can do it for Replicant. Yeah, I know, I keep strange company.
Curse my tired old bones.
Oh, it's you, eh? Well, I'm counting on you.
I think it's more of just worrying about, I mean, again, I guess I'll be taking a break, so it's not like I'd be burnt out. I would just be playing a different game in the meantime, but I feel like if I did too much, I would, I mean, I guess I would take a huge chunk of surprise out of me, but at the same time, that was kind of the initial attempt anyway, was to not be too surprised about stuff. My whole idea with NieR was to be doing this much earlier before the release so that I would either forget some story elements and or there'd be some time in between. So now my brain is a little like, trying to figure out how I want to do everything. I feel like I should give myself some surprise when I play the other one, but... I don't know. I have no idea. Like I said, I think we'll just do A and possibly B and then redo it all when we eventually play Replicant and maybe even more. Yeah, well, I'm searching, sir, for a way to restore Master Bill's body to its previous state. Oh, Sebastian. Regrettably, the above-ground archives are somewhat limited. Bringing my information records related to him restored in the second-floor basement. Things are easier if I could delve into the manor underground research facilities, but that's what the creature's there. Alright. Let's go there and take out some shades. Oh no, I can't let you do that for me. Knock it off. We're friends. It's what friends do. I have to go into that fucking secret basement research facility place again. Go up here, save so I heal. Really have to save, but I'll just save it nonetheless. Hey, calm down. I'm not sure if it is. The wrong way. I was looking somewhere entirely different. You go out here. I could possibly find a read E, I would think too, but either way, it's not a big deal. The time comes, we'll figure it out. I can't wait. Because this is my favorite thing about streaming. And, I love when a new game comes out, and either you're going to get one of a few people that appear, and my favorite thing is the people that either ask, why the fuck am I playing the old version when the new one's out, or the people that are like, I prefer the old version, even, or this version. Can't wait if that ever happens while I'm still doing this. It's second floor, right? It'd be so funny. I'd love to see some idiots come in and be like that. They did tease of another game, I think, too, they were talking about, but I don't know where this information came from. That's why I got confused with the older NieR possibly being in the new Replicant as well, because of like some kind of showcase or something that they did. Beast Lord. Then I think you can also, they also added like the costumes to be dressed up and have people look like Automata or whatever, the people from that, but that does nothing for me because I never played Automata yet. Excuse me, pardon me, trying to get through. Cramped hallway. Level 22. Yeah, I feel like I should level up faster, but I'm also not using the thing that gets me more experience, and I kind of run past a lot of shit, which is also my downfall. I don't fight as much as I should. Tinted metal bat. The tar card. Sometimes I cannot tell what's happening. The fucking shit show. DK's excited for it. DK's excited for more EDF at some point. Whether we eventually do 4.1 or whatever the hell it is, or Insect Armageddon again. What fucking trolley-ass weapon could he find again? Who knows? These Iron Rain had such fucking ridiculous weaponry that you would find. Pulls out the apocalypse at the end. All I know is I was encased in a red ball. I had no idea what was happening. Can handle that with no problem, but you fucking tell me to look down a scope and Cyberpunk and my CPU wants to explode. Yeah, I mean, way I would be able to survive better than by this way. Well, that's the thing. I have to kind of start enforcing the one rule that is one, being a decent human being, but also the backseat. Like, it's one thing when it's you helping me out. It's usually helping things out, but my god, when I played Dead Rising 2 with John, the amount of people, like, at first there were just so many people like trying to tell us like things. It's like, I understand. It's one thing when I blatantly ask help, but then there's times where it's like, it's kind of a rhetorical, like, I'm just thinking out loud question where I'm talking to John, or I'm like, I wonder where he is. I don't need to be told how to do things or tell me how to play the game unless I straight up ask. And it's like, it's kind of annoying where everybody starts trying to tell you how to do things. But if people are just straight up assholes about the game or sitting there just crapping on it, then it's like, I don't understand why they're here, and then they can just leave. I'd rather take people who have decent reasoning for not liking a game and or liking something then I just don't like it, blah, 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 because I'm a mad keyboard warrior child that fucking bitches and moans about everything. Then it's like, I don't need you here. That kind of thing. I try to be very, very nice at times and, like, look past my own rules of certain things, but sometimes I gotta tell people, like, calm it down a bit. Know what I'm doing, or at least I have a slight understanding of what I'm supposed to do. Oops, wrong thing. Damn bubbles. Out of habit, I'm like, group of people, do the move. That's the thing. People come in and either they won't read the title and just question shit, or they don't, because sometimes I think mobile is a little weird. But also there are people that just don't bother reading rules. Nobody likes to fucking read. And it's like, if you can't read that and understand simple rules of just being a decent person, or don't tell me how to play the game, then we'll be good. What's this? It appears to be a list of names and addresses. Perhaps they were employed in the laboratory. Text is half faded by this way. I see one of them used to live in a coastal town. Must be seafront. One is most likely dead by now, but perhaps the search of her home will turn up something. Well, I appreciate them taking me out of the place. I don't want to be here any longer.
Well,
It's like I'm just saying, and yeah, you'll tell me. It's certain things like that, but it's not telling me how to play. It's not like, unless I'm getting my ass handed to me and I'm failing over and over. Like if I was playing Yakuza, like the first one, I'm getting my ass kicked. I'd be like, okay, what's the preferred fighting style? But it's more of like, what's the point of telling me that if I haven't failed a bunch of times at least first? It's like, eventually I either figure it out or I brute force my way. But there are people that'll tell me, make this weapon or do this in Dead Rising 2. And it's like, I know. I understand that they don't realize how many hours I've actually put in Dead Rising 2 in a long time. I've played that game. But it's like, it's one thing when it's viewers and the mods and people I've interacted with multiple times. If it's people that I have no idea who the fuck they are, then they have no credit, not to be rude, and I don't mean to be an asshole, but they haven't earned any sort of, like, I can't, of how I should do things. Because it's like, generally, if it was like you or Ed or anybody like John, Brandon, and stuff like that, and any of the other people that I've VIP'd or have as mods help me with something, Phil and all them, like, it's one thing. Because I understand where you guys come from, and you've, like, alright, you've seen enough, or it's like, okay, or it's a hint, and it's not a blatant, hardcore backseat. It's out right above the entrance to the coastal town. There. But some people take it too far. Have I asked you something? Not at all. Anyone in your family ever do weapon research, anything like that? Yeah. Actually, I think one of our older relatives used to do something like that. I ask her this. I'm looking into some of her research. You have any old records or anything? Oh, man, maybe. I don't know. If you hold on, I'll take a look around. Sorry about that. It's all I can find. It's a letter. How strange. It's written in a language that I do not recognize. I don't recognize it either. We never could figure out what this was about, but it was important, whatever it was. She kept this thing under lock and key at all times. I have some code that we can decipher back at the lab. You mind if we take this? Go ahead. We've been keeping it around because we don't know what else to do with it. Go back to the man and show it to the butler. But sometimes it's on me. I don't enforce the rules that much because I'm pretty laid back. I pretty much just have one rule, and it's like, don't be a blatant asshole. If you're joking, make sure, because I can't hear sarcasm in text, that there's some kind of obvious thing that I realize that, things like that But that's pretty much the only rule I enforce, is just don't be an asshole. Just because you're on a computer doesn't mean you have the rights to be an asshole. People think, oh, I'm on a keyboard, I can say whatever I want. So that's not how that works here. It's, you say the stuff you would say to someone face to face. And that's it. But I'm pretty much trying to be as laid back about it, not that strict, because I'm not that much of an asshole. But if people want to be an asshole, I have no problem giving it right back. When it needs to be. My hairspray thing, I have one of those like air freshen sprays. I don't remember what the fuck, like cans that go off after a while. I think that just went off. I can't smell, but I taste something weird in the air, and I think it's that shit. Like, it's supposed to be smell nice down here, but since I have no sense of smell, I can't smell very like at all, but I can taste when something's off in the air, and something doesn't taste right. And I think it's just that because chemicals. Because I think, yeah, that just sprayed. So yeah, it's that. That is disgusting. I only do it because I want others to be like, oh, it smells nice down here. But for me, it's just good. It tastes like shit. Let's see. It starts with Dear Smell, and it appears a message for you. Letter, is it to me? You don't know me, but I know you. My research has twisted your life in unfathomable ways. I tried to make up for this by serving as your mother, but I know now that my efforts fell far short. I would have done anything to save you from this fate, and you will never know how guilty I feel that I could not. Remember now, hundreds of years ago, there was a woman who watched over myself and my sister. The other scientists treated us like lab rats with that woman. She was really nice to us. I think she kind of made me what I am today. Your mother, huh? You know, I didn't find a way to fix my buddy, but I don't care anymore. This letter helped me recover my mother, and that means more to me than anything. You could pay me, you know. Just be an asshole. Give me money. Yeah, it get worse. It's not a big deal if they keep it up too much, because that was just like the annoying thing, like with Dead Rising. It's like, pick this up, do this thing, and it was like, it wasn't that much, but it was still like, you know, I don't need to be told how to do every little thing. I'll use the weapons I want to use. I know people have their own strats to games. It kind of happens a lot more with older games because it's like, oh, I played this game a lot when I was younger. I know a lot of the strats, and it's like, I understand you helping, but it's fun when when it's discovered on my own, then figure it out. Like when it's obvious help, like, DK, help me build a Yu-Gi-Oh deck because I suck at it. It's not like you're backseating. I actually asked for help. Speaking of Yu-Gi-Oh, I couldn't help but laugh. I may have deleted that comment long ago, but I still laugh because I think someone actually said that I suck at Yu-Gi-Oh when I was doing the GX Duel Academy series on one of my early days of YouTube. And I found it funny because I'm like, really? I suck? No shit. I never got out of Dropout Boy as the fucking rank. No, good job. You solved the fucking riddle, Sherlock Holmes, or whatever, the mystery that I suck. I don't care. Like, oh my god, I've been a Dropout Boy for God knows how many episodes. I never could get out of the fucking red school because I kept failing tests. It's like, no shit, I suck. Back then, when I was younger, I just kind of threw whatever together for a deck. I wasn't trying that hard because I was dumb. Holy fuck. I couldn't help but laugh because I'm like, wow, you really figured that one out, that I suck, huh? Took a lot of effort to figure that one out. The game literally tells me I'm a Dropout Boy. It's the lowest rank before I think I fail. Tell him Steve would ask you about it. I guess he needs help with the historical research. Oh, good. Again, I could take the boat, but I'm just gonna fight my way there because stuff.
Oh, it's you, eh? Well, I'm counting on you.
Hey,
Did anything new? No, you didn't. I already bought your stuff. Eventually, I want to do GX Duel Academy again. I want to re-bring back that really old series I used to do so long ago. The only thing is, I kind of wanted to finish Legacy of the Duelist or whatever the fuck at some point in time. I think the Switch version was the furthest I got before suddenly it was gifted to me on PC so that I would possibly duel DK, and then I was like, fuck that. I know what kind of sick creation decks he would make. I'm not going to do it. No thanks. I like to have fun, not get anally fucked by Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Knowing him, he'd either use an Ojama deck to fucking make it where I couldn't summon a single monster, or draw Exodia in fucking 2 turns, if not 1. Ow. Brandon used to be into Yu-Gi-Oh, but I don't think he follows or knows the rules as much anymore to ever play with him, and John knows nothing of Yu-Gi-Oh. But you know a place called the Lost Shrine? Yeah, I know of it. Cause I what you call it? By this, that means I study plants. Only way over your head, but you bear with me, alright? There's this place called the Lost Shrine that supposedly contains a very rare tree. I'm looking for someone to go there and borrow a piece of the tree's root. Buddy, it's just like a little piece of root. I'll do it, but you have to stop calling me buddy. So I'm going to the Lost Shrine again. I have no idea where this will be located, but I mean, the tree's right in the beginning, so I hope I wouldn't be too hard to find. It happens to Exodio Jamik. Yeah, it's like that shit. I always want to make these like elaborate multi-use decks where it's not just one thing, but it never works out because I use the wrong 2 cards, like 2 things that don't blend well. So I end up just sticking with one specific thing. Oh, it's dragons. Oh, it's the red eyes thing. I think one time I tried to use make a red eyes and blue eyes deck, which would just overall be a dragon deck. Like, that's all. Like, the red eyes is the easiest thing for me to make, because, like, it's very simple. So I always make that deck, so if I get screwed with the story deck, I have something to fall back on, but it's like I could make better decks, but I just don't have that knowledge. I'm really bad with synergy of, like, making it flow very well. whatever. Like, I don't ever have the deck flow very well. And then back then, I used to, like, put the max number, I think was 60 was, like, the highest you could have for a deck. And I used to always do that. And that was my big problem when I was younger, because that made it harder to draw the cards you needed. I was like, oh yeah, I jam-packed this deck, we're good to go, and I never got the cards I wanted, and I was like, I wonder why. Now I just never know what the fuck to try to make. That's why I'm like, at this rate, I'm just gonna have to get a bunch of the packs off of that thing, get the packs, buy a bunch that I've unlocked, and then throw together a few decks, like, either with the help of the chat, with the stream and stuff, just help me throw something together. I want to make, like, a elemental hero deck, but better than whatever the fuck Jaden's makes. Because Jaden's turns into a fucking disaster. Huh, there's shades here. Really awkward looking. I walked on it. It was my fault. The last time I was getting a piece of this tree root. Yeah, I want to make something better than just that. I don't know, like, something about, like, I do enjoy decks that can get pretty complex, but at the same time, I'm like, I never use it correctly. Like, even parts of, like, the Red Eyes deck I made. Luckily, if I fail or screw it up, I have, like, some recovery ideas, but I have to... I don't know. I should just take the actual decks that I own in real life of the, like, Yugi decks and make them. Just use those. You know, like the Gadget one that he had, like Dual City, I think it was. I don't know. I have, like, his Exodia deck, his Dual City one, and some other one. It is a protection force. Place the deck above deck number. Yeah. Yeah, I can't. I don't know. There's always those ways. Beat them through. Do I have to, like, go through this whole place again just to leave? I can't fucking just exit. However we came in. I don't even know where we came in from. Like, decking them so that they run out of cards, making them draw or shuffle around a lot of shit and disrupt them is always a good idea. I just, I don't, never think to do that stuff. I always just kind of, like, not the brute force way, but always to have, like, just monsters, constant monsters to summon or use, or traps and magic spells. I don't know. I always try to keep some kind of balance, but I like doing the mode, even though the AI constantly kicks my ass. I like doing the pack pickup thing where you pick your cards and create a deck out of them. I like that concept. You kind of just make a deck out of the packs that are given to you. Can't walk back out of here, huh? I have to go through this whole place. Is there really not an exit out of here downstairs? How did I get here? Like, I climb up and I can't go back down? Or did I just walk past it? That'd probably be, I would say that would be the only way I could beat you, DK, would be the deck pickups where you have to pick cards, but you'd still make a better deck than I could. I can't make a deck to save my life out of that thing. I wouldn't utilize it at all properly. Can't leave, huh? Oh, here we go. I thought it's the box. I was like, where the fuck did we come in from? Wait, I'm not running all the way up top. There has to be a quicker way.
I wonder why the shades are getting so strong.
Because I'm stronger.
They were never this powerful before.
It seems the shades are continually expanding their forces.
Looks like they'll just keep pushing us humans back, huh?
No, I'll find a way to stop it. I swear it.
I just can't make elaborate decks. The thing, like, I enjoyed like Magic, The Gathering, and Yu-Gi-Oh, and Pokemon, but I just can't make a deck. Well, it'll be interesting with Yu-Gi-Oh when I do the GX Duel Academy thing again down the line. As if I recall, I think it starts you out with like shitty like fire deck, some basic fire deck thing, and then you go from there. Buy packs and just hope that I can get some cards and change it.
Hey.
Is your route, buddy? Oh, I wonder if this should help my research. See, research is what a scientist does. When I know what research is, get to the point. The fossil records show that at one point in this distant past, all plant life just up and disappeared from the surface of our planet. Of course, there are plants here now, which means they managed to come back, and I'm trying to figure out how that happened. To figure that out might make growing crops a lot easier. Wow, you're way smarter than I thought, buddy. I didn't expect some big muscle-bound barbarian to know anything about... You know what? I'm gonna shut up now. Here's your payment. Back to work, then. Douche. Sure, I picked everything I wanted. Go back to the desert because I wanted, while I'm thinking about it, buy the weapon that I still need. I think there's one or two left there, so I want to get it while I can. I'm really questioning how I got a boat here. Down, maybe get a few cards, force cards in my hand. Yeah, and then there's also a spell card. So, like, if you wanted to fill your hand up with a lot of shit, you could also just get the spell card Infinite Cards, I think, or whatever the hell. where you could have yourself, like, literally never having to get rid of a card if necessary. I think I accidentally put that in my deck for the Red Eyes, which is also a waste of a card because I don't really need a bunch of cards in my hand. Like a big fork. Yeah, if you're just forced to drain your deck. See, this is why you're the king of games and I'm a lackey.